So it comes up into the plains, and then immediately just, and this is where the Taliban lives. And that's where the military guys are. Some guys in garb. And they're yelling at Shubham right now. Shubham! Shubi! Shubham! Joda! Shubham keeps walking over there to film. If Shubham gets arrested, I can't help him. Alright, so we've reached the edge of Mazar-i-sharif. So Mazar-i-sharif is still about 10 kilometers or so, 15 kilometers that way. And I guess I probably shouldn't be over here because this really exemplifies the edge of why the Taliban encroaches. So it comes up into the plains, and then immediately just like this. And this is where the Taliban lives, up in places like this. So these huge walls, and as you can see, there's a whole bunch of holes in them. And the Taliban are infamous for hiding inside them. And of course, there's no way that you can take a tank or anything over this. So, and even through there, it really exemplifies why, Afghanistan is like the one impenetrable place in the world. It's the place that the Soviets couldn't get, the USSR couldn't get. It's the place that the United States couldn't get. No foreign military power has been able to get through here because how do you conquer places like this? So this is a pistachio farm over here, and this is as far as we go because going up into the mountain over there, then there's some military checkpoints, and by military I mean guys in full like garb, and to be quite honest, I don't really know if they're like government or they're Taliban or they're insurgents, but I'd rather not figure out. So this is as far as we're gonna go, and then the stream keeps going all the way up into the mountains. So actually, I mean, despite it feeling like a dangerous place, it's actually a pretty beautiful place, considering how like tall the mountains are and everything. And the holes inside are really fascinating. I could totally see how people could live in it. It reminds me of like the Mesopotamian, or not Mesopotamian, but the Mesa Verde and Bandelier and places like that in the southwest of the United States, where the Native Americans used to live inside the mountains. Because it totally could work here. It's really cool how the fog too is just hiding the tops of them, the peaks. So that, like I was saying, is the border, and that's where the military guys are. Some guys in garb, and they're yelling at Shubham right now. But we met some really friendly guys here from Uzbekistan. Shubham! Shubi! You can't film. Yeah. Shubham! Joda! Yeah, saying don't film. But what? No, I won't show you. I won't. Yeah, I haven't showed your face yet. Yeah, you won't be. We met these really friendly guys. They're Uzbek guys. They're driving over here. A lot of people that work in the they used to work with the United States military as translators. So they speak some English, Uzbek, Hindi, everything. So they just came from Uzbekistan. Shubham keeps walking over there to film. They're gonna yell at him. They're gonna tell him not to film. If Shubham gets arrested, I can't help him. I'm the least likely person to help him here. But anyway, so they just came from Uzbekistan, and in Uzbekistan, since it's like an old Soviet place, alcohol is legal. So they brought some Uzbek alcohol. So drinking alcohol in Afghanistan seems like a bad idea, and on the edge of the Taliban. But you can't turn it down when you're with friends. So I think it's Crown Royal is what they said. Okay, here it comes. Okay, so we're leaving the edge of the Taliban areas now, heading back into Mazar-i-sharif. But you know, as beautiful as it is, it's always very like nerve-wracking to be over here because yes, it's so beautiful. But as beautiful as it is out here, there's also something very frightening about it because it's always like things can go wrong very quickly. So in most countries, there's like a very fine point that like you can go like 90% of the way before things start to get kind of sketchy, and then they get out of control. And I hate when things get out of control. shot up. You can go into the mountains for 2 years and never be seen from again. So it's cool to come out here, but I'm fine not going any farther. This is the old edge of the Mazar-i-sharif gates. This is one of the 4 cities that in ancient times was used to enter the city, but also nowadays, instead of an entering gate, now it's a protection gate to keep things out. So it's really quite interesting. So goodbye to the edge of the Taliban lands. It's the closest thing. Take it. Closest thing you can find to Indian food. I'm kind of scared to try them.
No, take it.
I'll eat some later. I'll eat some later.
Don't die.
I won't die today. Tomorrow I'll die for different reasons. Can I get pomegranate juice?
Yeah. Bye.
No, pomegranate, yeah. Afghanistan, I always hear, is most famous for its pomegranate juice. The pomegranates grow up in the highlands. Alright, let's put it to the test. Perfect amount of tart. Actually really, really good. We gotta go. After this thing, it's time to go because there's too many people here. And whenever there's too many people, there's always a high chance of blasting, always a high chance of bombing. So, also, it's 5:55 and we're reaching the 5 o'clock cutoff time. 5 o'clock means it's time to go back inside, so that's where we're going.